So, I want to talk about how you can use your mindset and reprogramming your subconscious mind to associate negative food with pain. So, as an example, what I've just done to overcome my overeating habit of bad foods, junk foods that I know are bad for me, I basically use visualization to help me to overcome this. So, one thing I wanted to do was essentially when I was ill for 2 weeks. I had food poisoning, and all I could eat was white bread, white toast, um, same thing pretty much, white rice, and bananas. Anything else, and I just shit so much. It was disgusting and it was horrible. It was painful. And in that moment, all I could think about was the foods that I really wanted to have. And at that time, I really wanted chocolate. So when I was in that moment, because I couldn't have it, my mind associated it with desire, right? I couldn't have it, therefore I wanted it even more. So when I became well again, I went through this 3 day phase of just eating so much shitty foods and feeling awful after. Like I felt guilty because of it. And it's a common problem that a lot of people face. So what I wanted to do was essentially what I did. I went onto my little notepad. I got a little remarkable, and I wrote down everywhere that I was fucking up in my life. And one of the main things was overeating and eating shit foods that didn't serve me. I ended up getting like a load of spots, feeling bad, low energy, and I just kept reinforcing those emotions by eating more shit food. So what I decided to do was reprogram my subconscious mind to associate bad foods with a terrible life. So as an example, your mind cannot tell the difference between what is imagined and what is real. So, what I want you to do right now is close your eyes. And I want you to imagine biting into a lemon, right? And having this piece of lemon, putting it in your mouth and just biting, right? My mouth is already salivating, and I'm sure yours is too, because you're feeling that sour taste like come to your mouth. The same thing is imagining yourself, close your eyes again, right? Imagine yourself stood on top of a skyscraper and you're looking down and you're seeing these cars drive beneath you, just as like little dots that are just moving from left to right. You're feeling a breeze pushing you back and forth, and at any moment you could fall, right? You start to feel this fear. And that's because your body has this internal reaction to what is imagined, and therefore it associates what is imagined as also being real. So, how can we use this to serve us? So, what I decided to do was I'd associate negative foods with a terrible life. So, I actually kind of feel physically sick looking at this now, but I've got a Mars bar. And, oh, okay, what I decided to do was when I looked at this, I imagined myself on my deathbed. I imagined myself, being fat, overweight, struggling to breathe properly, out of breath when I go up the stairs. Just this terrible life that I hated and I did not want to have. And I associated so much pain in that by this. So as I looked at this, I was visualizing that disgusting life that I knew was not meant for me. And I hated it. And I don't want to get caught up on focusing on the negative, because where focus goes, energy flows. So I decided to focus all of that energy onto the positive side of things. So what I've got is some blueberries. And what I decided to do was look at some blueberries and feel all of these positive emotions. So emotions of, being energized, being free, being able to run, feeling joy, peace, and love, like looking at myself and being proud, having 8-pack abs, being like 8% body fat, feeling absolutely jacked and inspirational, right? And when I look at this, I feel so fucking good, right? I look at a blueberry and I feel incredible. And that's because the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what is imagined and what is real. So when you use this to your advantage and you associate negative things with feeling pain and feeling disgust and hatred towards these things, then you can reprogram your body and your subconscious to associate this as being disgusting. And you can use this tactic with any habit. One thing that I highly recommend doing is overcoming porn. This is a massive problem in young men today, and I struggled with it myself. Now, when I think of this, I associate disgust. You know, I hate that. It honestly makes me feel sick when I see it come up. And that's because I've associated now with a meaningless, disgusting life that I feel hatred towards when I see porn or when I see a Mars bar, right? And that's not the life that I want to create. So essentially, you can use this for anything. It doesn't have to just be food, but you can use visualization to your advantage to reprogram your subconscious mind to remove the negative things from your life and increase the attraction to the positive things that serve you.